the people.
Assistant Public Defender Sandra White on behalf of Brandon Sparks.
Brandon Sparks.
Thank you, Mr. Sparks. All right, Mr. Sparks, you got some issues going on, sir. You haven't had any correspondence with your probation agent since your last court date?
I believe he's reported. He just missed February, which he thought he did. He thought he had reported for February, but he said he may have done it at the end of January. Let me pull up his report.
Yes, ma'am. I went back to my calendar and it was on February 9th. However, there is another probation officer I have to report to for a case withheld in Georgia, and that was my confusion.
All right, we're checking on something to see if there was an actual report since December.
Okay.
While we're looking up that issue, he also has not completed the MAD Victim Impact Panel or the ARM program.
He said, Mr. Sparks, we're asking you for more time to do the MAD Victims Impact Panel, correct?
So,
Okay.
Okay,
And
one moment, please.
okay.
Yeah, static. Technical difficulties.
Okay.
All right, you may continue, Ms. White.
Yes, we're asking for more time to do the MAD Victims Impact Panel. And he tells me that he's currently enrolled in the ARM program.
Anything from you, Ms. McDuffie?
Your Honor, I have that he reported, except for February, but he just has not been in contact with probation about the status of him completing all of the other requirements.
I see.
And there is one more thing that Mr. Sparks wanted me to tell the court.
All right.
He wants the court to know, and he and I had a good conversation yesterday, that he really is taking everything seriously. And he is sorry that it's taken him a minute to do some of these things, but court, probation, and everything does matter to him.
All right. Well, we're going to adjourn it for a 90-day review. You need to have that MAD Victim Impact panel done and your ARM course done by then. Okay, Mr. Sparks?
yes, ma'am. I'm working on it. I completed Unit 1 of the ARMS program yesterday, actually.
Oh, good. How many units are there?
I don't know. It doesn't say. It just says Unit 1 and then so on and so forth.
All right. We'll do our next review on June 6th, 2024 at 10 o'clock a.m. Okay, Mr. Sparks?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. You guys have a good day.
You too, sir. Bye-bye. State of Michigan versus Stephanie Brener, case number 23 FB 1264.
Stephanie Brener.
Ms. McDuffie, you were muted if you said anything.
Sorry about that. Rachel McDuffie for the people.
Thank you.
Assistant Public Defender Sandra White on behalf of Stephanie Brener.
Thank you. All right, we're here today for a review in this matter. Ms. Brenner needs to provide proof of any of her community service that she's done and pay on her fines and costs.
Ms. Brenner, we had a conversation and she is in somewhat of a unique situation. She said that she's unable to do the community service. And at this time, she's unable to pay any fines and costs. I did tell her that she has to do one or the other. Unfortunately, she says at this time she can't do either. And I told her that the court is going to make a decision for her that she may or may not like.
Not what you said, but okay.
I'm sorry. Well, I said it in a different way.
My court costs are already paid. They've been paid.
Oh, okay. My apologies.
Yeah,
That's right. Your court costs have been paid. I'm sorry. My
Correct.
apologies. It's the community service that we
It's
were
the community
discussing.
service. I'm having a
Correct.
reading comprehension problem today. So what's going on with the community service and why can't she do it?
are you
Transporta-
asking me?
Transportation and trying to get places, and she doesn't have the money.
She doesn't have the money to do community service. I don't understand that part. Ms. Brenner,
Yes,
you were not given probation at this time. You were given option to get these things done so you didn't have to do probation.
correct.
You're either going to get the things done or you're going to be placed on probation. And then if you don't do the probation,
As I explained to her, I think she's getting me confused with somebody else because we did not have the conversation that she said we did. I explained to her that I do not have a means of transportation, and she brought up Lyft and Uber. And I told her the IRS owes me $5,000. I lost my food stamps last October, and I honestly cannot afford an Uber or Lyft, or I can't feed myself and my daughter. So if probation or jail, or I don't want to tell you I can do things I can't. I can't do the community service. I work 2 jobs. I don't, even with transportation, I don't have the time.
okay. Ms. McDuffie?
I don't know what else to do.
So the last time we were here, Ms. Brener shared that I think her transmission had gone out. So that was why she hadn't started the community service due to her car troubles at that time. So and then my notes from before that, when she got sentenced on October 5th, were that the court did not order the armed class that I think was recommended at that time. I don't know if that is an online issue, but it sounds like Ms. Brener would apparently fare better going on probation and completing the requirements than the alternative that the court provided. So something obviously has to be done. So she's saying that I know she's working, but probation is the alternative to jail for the offense that was committed. So something has to happen. So if it is, I don't know if she's requesting that or not, but if it's going to work better that she just goes on probation and completes whatever requirement.
Honestly, it would be better if I went to jail because I can't comply with probation. I can't go up to Ann Arbor and drop in stuff. I can't do it.
Well, we can never make anyone do probation. So if she wants to do jail, I can accommodate that.
If I go to jail, I would request that I don't get taken off my Suboxone like I did last time. I have a prescription for it. I have a doctor. They took me off it. They didn't give it to me, and I was sick as hell.
Ma'am, unfortunately, I can't control what the jail does. I can put a note in there indicating that you're on Suboxone and ask that they please respect that, but I cannot make them do that.
That's great. Do you understand what my charge is for? I saved 2 dogs' life. If I wouldn't have done what I did, these dogs would be dead. He has the dogs back, and I don't understand why I'm being punished.
Well, that is your version of what happened. That is not his version of that. And in addition to that, I already gave you the benefit of not having to go on probation, and I struck a number of things and gave you the lowest fines possible and gave you community service, and you're telling me you won't
I
do
don't
that.
know what else to do. I can't make promises I can't keep.
Well,
I don't want to tell you I can do this stuff and not do it and come back and get screwed.
all right.
I'm just trying to be honest.
Well, then there's a consequence for not doing what you're ordered to do when you commit a crime, ma'am.
Okay. All right.
All right. So the sentence is going to be 30 days in the Washington County Jail. Is when do you want to turn yourself in for that?
Probably not until my daughter is out of school.
Well, then I'll issue a bench warrant. You don't have a choice to just say you're not going to do the community service, ma'am.
I'm not saying I'm not doing it. I'm saying I can't. It's not an option.
Okay.
I go to jail for 30 days, I'm going to lose both of my jobs. I'm going to be super screwed.
Okay. Well,
But
those are
nobody
your
cares.
choices.
But nobody cares. It's fine.
All right. So is your client requesting that she do the jail time at this point, Ms. White?
Yeah, be done with it. Yes.
Mhm. 30 days in the Washington County Jail, 0 credit.
So glad I paid my fines. Got me real fucking far. Couldn't eat for a month,
And
but
do
hey,
you-
you guys
do-
got paid.
Ma'am, if you curse one more time while you're on here, you're going to be held in contempt and you're going to get a consecutive 30 days. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Bench warrant to issue.